For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
Hello, you're watching News 9 Digital with me, Amrita, and I'm going to be talking about Pakistan's latest plans to deploy its inter-services intelligence and terrorist tracking technology to hunt down COVID-19 patients and suspects in the country. While all of the other nations and other governments around the world are resorting to developing a COVID-19 tracking app, Pakistan, on the other hand, has chosen to use its intelligence services to track COVID-19 patients like they track terrorists in their own country. What are the reasons why Pakistan is resorting to such extreme measures? There are almost 5 reasons for which Pakistan is resorting to intelligence services of all the means. The first and foremost reason being its own failure to come up with a cohesive national COVID-19 strategy to control the spread of novel coronavirus. The Imran Khan-led government has been unable to put a lockdown, a swift and stringent lockdown in place to cut the transmission of novel coronavirus in a long time now. And that has been partly due to the several lobbies working against a lockdown strategy, some of them being even the religious ones. Even gatherings at mosques and other religious places has been allowed under the Imran Khan-led government. The other reasons which the government itself has cited to resorting to such extreme measure is lack of awareness about novel coronavirus in its own citizens. COVID-19 patients have reported to be fleeing hospitals and quarantine in large numbers in Pakistan. The COVID-19 suspects have also been reported to have been flouting self-isolation rules. There's a general perception that between the people and the government of Pakistan there is a distrust due to which the COVID-19 patients have resorted to fleeing hospitalization and quarantine and not informing the concerned authorities about their health status. But there are several concerns by privacy advocates and even the opposition in Pakistan have raised regarding this issue. This particular tracking or tracing technology and use of intelligence services can very well bleed out in the post-pandemic era as well, putting the privacy of its normal citizens at risk. It also means that the government will have more power over silencing the critics, over targeting its critics and opposition leaders. The same has been brought to the notice by opposition leaders. The opposition in Pakistan claims that this plan has been an unanimous one at the most. And moreover, it would also mean that the ISI and the military in Pakistan would have more power on its side with all of this data available to them. Already Pakistan has a history wherein its military had almost taken over its country. In that matter, giving more power to ISI and military during the times of crisis may spell even more trouble for Pakistan in the future. Now, going over to what kind of technologies the Pakistan is planning to use are 2 types of technology. One is a geofencing technology and the other one is a phone monitoring system which will be used by Pakistan government to track down COVID-19 patients and suspects. So what is geofencing? Geofencing is nothing but a virtual geographical boundary which is decided for a particular person. And if that person along with their mobile phone go out of that virtual boundary or say a quarantine area, then the police or military or the intelligence services will be promptly alerted that this person has breached the boundary. This would give government more authority over where a person is roaming around. Now, what is phone monitoring system? Phone monitoring system is quite known across the world. It means tracking down all of the calls on your phone, tracking down the text, access to all of the data which is stored on a personal mobile phone. This would give the government of Pakistan the rights to listen in on anybody's call across the nation over there. Now, Pakistan is not the only country which is using surveillance techniques for COVID-19, but it is the only country to be using its intelligence services. Now, China is also one of the country which has mounted its surveillance. China, even pre-pandemic era, also had a huge surveillance network, which meant that every two Chinese citizen in the country had a CCTV camera monitored by the government to track them. In the post-COVID pandemic, the Chinese city of Hangzhou is even planning to prolong the use of its health tracking app. It plans to make the health tracking app a permanent fixture in the lives of its own citizens. This is exactly what the privacy advocates have been warning us along all of this time about several governments' COVID-19 tracking apps. Even here in India, due to Arogya Setu, the same concerns were raised. Pakistan and China are two of the countries which have advanced into the next stage of surveillance in the name of COVID-19 pandemic. Now, when it comes to India, yes, there are several concerns which are being raised over the use of Arogya Setu app. Moreover, India also in some of the regions is using geofencing to track down COVID-19 patients and suspects in quarantine to have better monitor on these people. But it ends there. The government does not plan to prolong the use of it so far now, and nor does it plan to bring in the military or its intelligence services to control the spread of novel coronavirus. So the conclusion remains that Pakistan and China's stories are the very concerns which the privacy advocates have been warning us about all of this time. There, it has come true. The government once, after tasting the power of surveillance, it might be hard for them to let go of this kind of power. And when it comes to Pakistan, well, we do know about the track record of monitoring their terrorists. So how they monitor the COVID-19 patients remains the question. You can leave in the comment section down below what you think about Pakistan's latest plans to track down their COVID-19 patients using intelligence services. You can also like, share and subscribe to News9 Digital.